Starlink, whatever the hell it is, I don't know, I don't care, but you gotta get some. And if you don't mind, then, so I'm talking to him, and you might have heard this, I told him a couple times, I'm talking to him. The man from North Carolina was, thank you very much, sir. The Starlink is all being taken care of. It just happened. I was like, wait a minute. So I said, Elon, did you approve that? Yeah. How the hell did you approve it? You're talking to me on the phone. I said, well, maybe the two things at the time. And they got so much Starlink, and I said, how is it? He said, a week later, I said, how is it? He said, it's unbelievable. He saved a lot of lives. So Elon is a great guy, so we want to thank him. Just days ago, we had the worst jobs report in modern history. This is the one. I always said, I don't want to be Herbert Hoover. I don't want to be Herbert Hoover. And I've been talking to you about what's going to happen. And I think we can now see it's in the process of happening. So normally you see all these jobs, everything, hundreds of thousands of jobs, just because of the size. And we just announced Mike, you see amazing things. Mike Pompeo. He looks so handsome. Wow. Man, I'm going to ask him, how the hell did he do that? That's good. Good. But he just said, I mean, 12,000, and this is unbelievably, like an unthinkable number. I've never heard of a number that long. I've never heard of it. It's been many decades. And I heard that. And then I heard 30,000 private sector jobs were killed in a single month. And nearly 100,000 manufacturing jobs have been wiped out just since the beginning of the year. And those manufacturing jobs are going for us. People get the product. 150,000 Americans joined the unemployment levels in October. And nearly 150,000 people dropped out of the workforce. We have to get it in the That's the implication. And I've been saying the D word, I don't have to say it, but I've been saying the D word with the question. Then they did something even worse than that. A few months ago, they fraudulently claimed that they had 818,000 jobs created, that they created 818,000 jobs. But that just brought us up to normalcy, so it wasn't a good story. Because now all of a sudden, instead of being down 818, they were like normal. And when in fact, none were created. It was a fraud. And the papers refused to write about it as a fraud because they're fake. And it was a total lie. They thought they'd be able to get away with it through the election. They didn't want to have this information come out before the election. So they went up to the stuff. Because this would, in normal times, right? This would, in normal times, be disqualified. You know, she's using my term. She uses everything I think she uses. Even Saturday Night Live, they copy. They copy. They did that. Oh, she was great. They copied my routine. I didn't.
Really hard.
I think I did it better. I think anybody could have done it. I think anybody could have done it better, Dan, right? But fortunately, there was a whistleblower on the 818, and I thought it was an amazing thing, so we got to use it. Now, to add to it further, they've just revised other past reports, jobs reports, down by 112,000 other fake jobs that were reported. Almost 1 million fraudulent jobs were created, and it all got released right now. It's like a election. One day, I mean, there's 2 days in the we're talking about it now. And normally this would be a disqualifier. This would be, you wouldn't be able to even run for office. Meanwhile, 100% of the net jobs created in the last year have gone to migrants. They haven't gone to Americans. Did you know that? These are depression-type numbers, and that's where we're heading. But she's elected. You have a depression, yeah? I don't mean like a recession. I mean a depression with a capital D. I Under my leadership, we are quickly going to turn this economic nightmare into an economic miracle. We're going to be great things here. We're going to make America wealthy again, and we're going to make America affordable. We have to get the prices down. I told the story this morning. A woman goes up to the counter in a supermarket with 3 apples. With mortgage, it's just like this kid up in this country. He brings her up 2 apples and all the way over and brings her up to the counter. And she realized that they were too expensive and they came up so much for the last couple of months. And she takes one of the apples back to the refrigeration section and walks back and she goes, "You shouldn't be having any of these things."
Raining!
So we're just one day away from the best jobs and biggest paychecks and the brightest economic future that the world has ever seen. But you must vote. Kamala's plan will impose the largest tax hike in American history and raise taxes on the typical American family by at least $3,000 a year. This is the only politician I've ever seen. You know, she's a very low IQ person. I don't want to have a smart president. I don't want any more. We had 4 years of these guys. President Xi, Mike, of China is not a low IQ person. Do you agree? He's a very severe person. He's a very fierce person. But low IQ is not one of his strengths. Do we agree? No, but these guys, these leaders at the top of their game, and we don't have that. We have people that 30 years ago finally listened to their game. With the worst policy ever. If you would have taken Biden's policy and reversed them, you would have gone down to the single greatest policy, actually, foreign policy. My plan will massively cut taxes for workers and small businesses, and we will have no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security benefits for our seniors. Kamala will crush Pennsylvania energy workers, and she's going to ban fracking. By the way, don't let this happen. Her whole life she's against anything coming out of the ground. She likes to be in it. Kills all your birds. That doesn't work. That's the most expensive energy in the entire world. And then after 10 years, when it rusts out, they don't look too good. So she wants to ban fracking. And she's going to ban, that's 500,000 Pennsylvania jobs. There's no way that you can vote for that. That's your biggest industry. You have a lot of stuff under there that's going to come out and it's clean, nice, good. And you're doing great things for the country because the country needs it. I will end Kamala's war on energy and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill. And I will cut your energy prices, all of your energy, gasoline, your house, air conditioning, heating, everything. In 1 year from January 20th, which would be the day we take over. It's still dangerous. Well, these people, how would you like to be Putin and you want to call the United States and you have no idea who to call? Well, let's call up the United States. I'd like to work something out. Who do we call? Sir, really, there's nobody you can speak to. I just thought of that the last couple of days. They want to make a deal, Mike, and have nobody to speak to. They're not making us speak to the guy right alongside of you. You got a great Senate. By the way, you have a great Senate candidate. I hope you're going to go for it. He's great. I hope you're going to go. He's working hard. You know, it's hard beating those guys that are there for 25 years and do nothing. See, when you do nothing, you're a survivor. You can never get yourself in the ball. He does nothing for you. He doesn't fight for your fracking. He wouldn't care. He wouldn't even say to her, no, we can't do that. That's going to have a terrible impact on Pennsylvania and the country. He would never say that. He's a survivor. His father was in for 25 years. He's in for whatever the hell he's in for, 25 something. And they're tough to beat, I have to tell you, because it's just a survivor. That's the only thing that's good. You need more than a survivor. You need this guy. This man is good. Get in the building. He was working hard. Get him up here. Come on, David. Come on. We got it. David McCormick. And I'll tell you, I've known him for a long time. He was a winner in school. He was a great soldier. Everything was good. Everything was good. You have a chance to get somebody outstanding. And what you have now is not outstanding.
All right, Keystone State. It's going to happen right here. It all comes down to here. We have a choice. We have a choice between strength, that guy who said fight, 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 and weakness. We have a choice between common sense policies and a radical liberal agenda. You have a choice between the senator who's going to fight with this guy for change or the status quo. We've got to win this election. It's the most important one of your lifetime. President Trump's putting it all out there. I'm putting it all out there. We need you to do everything you can do to take our country back. We need you to get out and vote. We need you to tell 10 friends. We need you to put up signs. We need you to pray. And if you do that, on November 6th, we'll say, on this day, November 5th, we saved our country. We got it back on track. We put the right leadership in place. And we made Pennsylvania great again. Thank you.
Wow. We have some other senators here that I have to tell you, I think they're looking forward to having him as a partner in the Senate. We have some good ones too. Senator Bill Hagerty, Tennessee. Tom Cotton, great guy. Tom Cotton. Tom is a great guy. Arkansas. And Marco is Marco. He's thank you, fellas. Thank you, fellas. It's a great group of people. I heard Marco that she gave was pretty, I didn't understand the damn word he was saying. But he's great. You have a lot of members of Congress, but just a few of them, I have to because they're outstanding. They're outstanding people. John Jones, Lloyd Smucker, Dan Neely, G.T. Thompson. These guys are all warriors. They're not cowards. They're warriors. They are warriors. And Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, she's doing a fantastic job. She's fantastic. Pennsylvania Treasurer Stacey Garrity. Where's Stacey? Thank you, Stacey. Oh, thank you, Stacey. Good job. Former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. Great job. Great job. RNC Chairman Michael Watley. He's doing good. He's doing good. I told him, do me a favor. You've heard this speech before. Stay back. Just open the lights. He's heard this speech before. You have a man from Europe, I don't know if he's here, I saw him backstage. What he did was, what he was doing, he said what we did a few years ago. He's doing a great job. He's a great, he's a good friend for some reason. He like me, I like him. And he's shaking it up pretty good over there. He was the big winner of the last election in the UK. And he was a very spectacular man. Very highly respected. Nigel for he's a little bit of a rebel, but that's good. You know, that's good. Don't change that. And you have my children, and they are spectacular. Don, Eric, Tiffany, and Laura, and Michael Boulos. And Tiffany's going to have a baby very soon. Tiffany's having a baby. Thank you, baby. They're very good. They're very good kids. And a lot of friends are here. Steve Woodcock is here. He's given a lot of money to different charities and all. It's really something. Oh, yeah. I've been wondering why are all the families like this? That's the reason. And you know, Laura is the superstar. Laura is like Laura has been. along with Michael Watson. But she loves North Carolina, and she's got and Ted Butter's doing a great job. And the only run in Florida he said, I think Ted would be great. He ran, he won. Fantastic Sunday. But I just want to thank this group is a very special group. And Ivanka and Barron. Ivanka called me this morning and she said, Dad, I have great time today because this is, we're going to be doing four of these the big ones. You could be abbreviated for so we do our whole day. You've been with me from the beginning. I'm with you from the beginning. And we have Barron, and Barron is, he got into a great college, and he's doing really well. Barron is watching us as we speak. He loves his stuff. Barron's watching with our First Lady, our beautiful First Lady. Oh, she's got the #1 selling book in the country. Melania, it's called. Go buy it. Buy it for Christmas. It's beautiful. I read it every day very closely before I recommended it. I didn't know. You got to be careful. Yeah, she wrote a great book, the #1 bestseller in the New York Times list. You know, for a Trump to get the #1 bestseller in the New York Times list, most people would consider it like virtually impossible. And she did, so that means she sold a hell of a lot of books. So go get Melania. But Barron and Ivanka, say hello. And I want to thank you very especially. It's our last time now for forever. Well, we started this, like I said, we started this, right? We started it really as a family unit. 9 years ago, we had the biggest rallies, the most spectacular rallies in the history of politics. It's the biggest and most powerful movement in the history of our country by far. And I say that in front of the fake news all the time. There's nobody can correct it. And I tell the story of Pat Buchanan. I like Pat Buchanan. Now he's a pretty old guy. I hope he's around. I think he is, but he's a pretty old guy. But he became very famous and very successful, and he was on all the shows for 40 years, because he came in second in the New Hampshire primary. And he took that. We won 50 states, and then we won the presidency. And we did even better the second time than we did the first time, as you know. We had more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country. And things happened. And I said, you know what? We did so well. Let me see how they're doing. And they were doing horribly, because I didn't need to do this. And they were doing horribly. And I said to the family, I said to Melania, Barron, and I said to Ivanka, I said to everybody, I said, I think we got to do it again. Think of it. If I would have done badly in 2020, I wouldn't do it. It would have been easier. But we all know how well we did. And I said, we got to do it again, only because I looked at the incompetence of Afghanistan. All these things that were happening, you take a look at it, you take a look at how bad, nothing good was happening. We were disrespected all over the world. Other countries laugh at us right now, and now they're laughing harder than they ever laughed before. And we're not going to let anyone laugh at us. I said, let's do it. Let's give it a shot. And now the people that it was, quite contentious, because she had some people, but now those people are real friends of ours again. And we have a party that's very well united. And most importantly, we're going to show up and vote tomorrow. And if you do, you're going to win. The ball's in our court. As they say in athletics, the ball is in our court. So all we have to do is get out and vote, and we walk away with the greatest political event in history, but much more important, it's going to be the event that saves our country. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. They're really good kids. They're really good. That's not to say that I didn't have little difficulty with them on occasion. Especially Don, but no, I'm always good. Good speeches. Good job. Thank you, kids. I'll see you later. Good. Thank you very much. And your father, thank you. Thank you. I didn't know what was happening. I saw all these cameras turned. I say, why are those cameras being turned away from me? What's going on? But you know, in a way, they become stars. They're just great. They're great people. And you know, they do it because they love the country. They love it. Thank you very much, all. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So here are the facts. And Kamala, now we have to talk. Oh, bring them up. Okay, come on, let's go. They all want me to bring them up. There's a lot of love. Come here, my boy.
We are 24 hours away from sending the greatest president this country's ever seen back to the White House. And I just want to say how much love we truly feel from everyone in Pennsylvania, but truly across the country. You guys are our family. We love you. God bless you. We are here fighting by your side, not just now, but forever, because we are so blessed to live in the greatest country on earth, the United States of America. We love you guys. Thank you.
This man right here is the greatest warrior America has ever seen. And our family is so damn proud of him. We will fight on this stage for as long as we're here. We're always going to fight for the greatest country in the world, which is the United States of America. Let's go win this, Pennsylvania!
Guys, for us, this has been an honor of a lifetime. You guys are the best, but now it's up to you. We can't do it by ourselves. It was always about all of us. It was about one country. It was about taking back our freedom, our rights from those who are trying to take away from us. So tomorrow, bring your friends, stay in line. Let's vote, vote, vote. Let's take back our country. Thank you, Pennsylvania, and thank you, America. God bless all of you.
Love you, we support you, and my father's here fighting for you. He's never going to let you down. So please vote. Let's get this country back on track. Thank you so much.
I shouldn't have done that. I got to follow that now. I'm not going to follow that. So, kids, go back to work. Let's make sure everybody shows up tomorrow to vote. Okay? Beautiful job. They're great. They're good people, and they love our country, but they really are good people. They're kind people. They have big hearts. They're strong. They can be nasty, but they have big hearts, those great children of mine. So here are some of the facts. Kamala is a radical left Marxist, rated even worse than crooked Bernie Sanders and crazy Bernie Sanders. I don't know, do I go on crooked? I'd say probably crazy, maybe for him is a better term. And Pocahontas herself. Kamala destroyed our economy. She was an original creator of defund the police movement, and therefore anybody who wants to defund the police even for one day, and she was there for a long time, is not worthy of being president of the United States. We need our police. We want to get our police back. We want to indemnify our police when they're unfairly charged. Kamala vowed to abolish ICE. She pledged to confiscate your guns. Would anybody like to give up their gun? No takers? I didn't think so. And endorsed a total ban of handgun ownership. You know that. She even called for free sex changes for illegal aliens in detention. All at taxpayer expense. And perhaps, worst of all, she lied. She never worked at McDonald's. Never worked. No, she never worked there. I was there for 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes more than she worked there. And I have to say, those French fries are really good when you get them right out of that fat or whatever the hell they cook it with, fat. I don't know if it's good for you, but they are really good. In conclusion, with your vote tomorrow, we are going to fire Kamala and we are going to save America. We will cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices, raise your wages, and bring thousands of factories back to America and back to Pennsylvania. We love Pennsylvania. Something about. Think of the history you have here. Think of the history you have, the political history. Is there any place like it? And this is a big one because think of this, put this, add this with all of the other things that are, for so many years famous, like Pennsylvania and what you've done and how you fit into history. We win Pennsylvania, as I said, we win Pennsylvania, we win the whole bag of wax. We can have another one. We'll put that one on top. Let's try putting that one on top. They're pretty big, we have to, but this will be one of the truly big events in the history of our country. So why don't we have Pennsylvania be there for that? It'd be beautiful. On top of all the things we did. Because remember, we gave you the largest tax cuts in history, the largest regulation cuts in history, rebuilt our military, defeated ISIS, had no new wars, gave you right to try, the great, incredible thing of saving thousands of lives. Right to try, you don't have to go to Europe or Asia, or just go home and die. If you have no money, you go home and die. You have the right to try new age medicines without having any problems, saving thousands and thousands. We gave you so much, and it's an honor. It's an honor, really. We will build America, we will buy America, and we will hire America. I will end the war in Ukraine, which would have never started if I was president. And I will stop the chaos in the Middle East. There's another thing, Israel. October 7th. October 7th would have never happened. All of those people that were hostages, hopefully are still, because I hope they're of hostage. I just hope they haven't been killed, but I think a lot of them are killed. I think a lot of them have been killed, but we can hope. But that would have never happened. That would have never, ever happened because Iran was broke. They had no money for Hamas. They had no money for Hezbollah. We would have had peace in the Middle East. We would have had peace. Instead, you have all of the death that's taking place. It's terrible. And I will prevent World War III because you're just around the corner from World War III, and this will be a war like no other. This will be a nuclear war. And this will not be two army tanks going back and forth and shooting at each other. This will be a war. The level of power of these weapons is, I rebuilt our nuclear force. I rebuilt our whole military during the war. We did a phenomenal job on that. In many ways, I hated to do it. In many ways, I hated to do it with respect to the nuclear. Because they're going over the power levels of various things that we're rebuilding. And I say, General, are you sure about that? The power is just crazy. It's obliteration. And we have people that don't have a clue when they're negotiating. Look, Ukraine should have never started none of these things. How about when you look at Afghanistan? That would have never happened. We were going to get out of there with strength and dignity, and we were going to be, it was going to be a victory. It was enough. We were in it to But the one thing I would have done is I would have kept Barbara at the beginning. It's one of the biggest bases in the world. We built it many years ago for billions of dollars. The most powerful, longest runways that can handle anything in the world. 1 hour away from China. Remember, that wasn't really for Afghanistan. That was you're 1 hour away from where China makes its nuclear weapons. And you know who has it now? China. These are stupid people. They took the military out first. They took the military. They said, oh, we had a plan. We had a plan. Mike Pompeo made the plan with me. We had a plan subject to all these different things that they had to do. They weren't doing it. They were doing some, but they said, we're not going forward until they do the other. We were going to be fine. But the one thing that wouldn't have happened, we would have never taken the military. You take the military out last, and we lost 13 lives, and many people, literally even hundreds of people were killed on both sides. We will crush violent crime and give our police the support, protection, resources, and respect they so dearly deserve. We will strengthen and modernize our military. We will build a massive defense shield all around our country so a missile heads in our direction and we knock the hell out of it. We can have it. And Ronald Reagan wanted to do that many years ago, and he was right, except we didn't have the technology then. It would have been not good, but we didn't have today. You can shoot a pin out of the sky. It's incredible, actually, what they've been able to do. But it's all going to be made in the USA, and a lot of it is going to be made in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We will rebuild our cities, including our capital in Washington, D.C. We'll get rid of all the graffiti on those beautiful marble columns, and we'll clean it. And it'll be properly run, and we'll stop the death and shootings and muggings and everything. We'll make it a great capital, beautiful capital again. And we'll also make sure that our Supreme Court stays to 9 justices. We will teach our children to love our country, to honor our history, and to always respect our great American flag. And we will get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our school. And we will, of course, keep men out of women's sports. Every time I say those last two things, and I may add the open borders. Can you imagine they're trying to defend open borders? Open borders, who would do that? We're the party of common sense, okay? We're really the party of common sense. But when I say open borders, we're going to close the borders, and you say, can you imagine you actually have to say that? What the hell? I mean, who the hell wants open borders where criminals from all over the world can just walk into our country? These are crazy people, or they hate our country, or they think they're going to get these people to sign up and vote. I guess maybe that's it. But it's not defensible. But think of the last two. The transgender insanity is taken over. And you know, nobody's ever come up to me and said, I'd like to talk to you about that. I've never had it on the phone. They've talked about taxes. They talked about economic development. They talk about or the last one, men playing in women's sports. Nobody's ever come up with all the people. I deal with hundreds of people. I deal with people. I go into crowds. I ask them because I get better opinions from you than these crazy consultants they have for a board. But I've never once been said, sir, we have to do something about keeping men in women's sports. I've never had the question. I don't know. It's such a big subject. Nobody's ever asked me the question before. Can you imagine? Go back 10 years and say that a president from 10 years from now is going to be up there defending the fact that men should not play in women's sports. People would say, you're crazy. That'll never happen. Did you see the two boxes? They were men. They transitioned into womanhood. And they fought a very good Italian. They have women's boxing in the Olympics. So they fought a very good Italian young lady. And boom. She got hit with just a left jab. She went back to her corner, so I've never been hit like that. This was just like a defensive. Oh, they could fight Iron Mike, I'll tell you. Iron Mike would say, this is not a good thing. I know Iron Mike, and he's a great guy, Mike Tyson. A great guy. He's a good man. Hey, Mike's been through a lot, but he could fight. Let me tell you, that guy could fight. But can you imagine Mike Oh, he says, put Mike in the ring with Kamala. That would be interesting. No, but can you imagine? And these two men that transitioned, you'll be shocked to know they both won gold medals. In some of the easiest fights, they're announcing a certain woman. She's a champion here, a champion there. She's great. She gets it. At the end of the championship, it's so unfair. It's so ridiculous, and it's very demeaning to women. It's very. I think it's horrible. I will defend religious liberty. I will restore free speech, and I will defend the right to keep and bear arms, our Second Amendment. And I did. They didn't touch it. After years of building up foreign nations, defending foreign borders, and protecting foreign lands, we are finally going to build up our country. We're going to defend our borders, and we're going to protect our lands and citizens. And we will stop illegal immigration once and for all. We want people to come into our country, but they're going to come in legally. That's all. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be overrun. We are an occupied country. Can you believe the things I'm saying up here? We are an occupied country. Take a look at Colorado. Take a look. Take a look what's happening there. Military-style weapons. Aurora. They're taking over apartment complexes. They're in the real estate business just like me. But I have to go out and borrow money or somehow pay cash. They just walk in and they say, you're paying the rent to me from now on, madam, and if you don't pay, it's big trouble for you. And the governor has no idea what the hell's happened, that poor guy. It's a radical Democrat. We will not be conquered. We will be a free and proud nation once again. Can you imagine? I have to say this. Everyone will prosper. Every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with opportunity and hope, and filled with the American dream. But for that to happen, we must defeat Kamala Harris and stop her radical left agenda with a landslide that is just too big to rig. We got to do it. So you need to get out tomorrow and vote. That's it. This is it. We're going to get together again, but it's going to be different. It's not going to be a rally. It's going to be applause for what we're doing. It's going to be better. Because these incredible rallies, and there may have been like 900 of them, a tremendous amount. This is over 9 years. Many. I know we celebrated 507. I remember 507. It was a few years ago. I think it's got to be close. I don't know, whatever it was. But it's hundreds and hundreds. And they've been flawless, right? Every once in a while I'd make a little aggressive statement that people didn't like, but don't forget I'm rarely on the teleprompter. Isn't it nice to have a president that doesn't have to be on the teleprompter? Right? Right, Dan? That guy, look at that guy. Stand up. That guy's such a good guy. You better bring him home because he has worked so hard in the election, Dan Muser. He's worked so hard. And you know what? Think of it. Think of it. If we lost, I'd call him up tomorrow. I'd go, yes, I won't say it. Franklin Graham said, please don't use foul language. I said, all right, Franklin. He said, you can tell the story just as well without the foul language. Actually, he's not right about that. It's not quite the same. When you don't, every once in a while, not a real bad word, but you know, like a word. But he did say that, so I do my best. But I'd call him up with anger and fierceness. I'd say, you failed me. As opposed to calling up and say, Dan, you did a great job. I love you, Dan. Right? I think we're going to do the Dan, you did a great job. And you did, regardless. And all of these guys, they're all in. They're great guys. They're warriors. For the past 9 years, we've been fighting against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth. That's right. With your vote in this election, you can show them once and for all that this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you. You. This nation belongs to It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country. And tomorrow, 4 years we've all waited for this. 4 years of rallies, good ones and bad ones, but we didn't have any bad ones, I don't think. We had no bad ones. But 4 years, think of it, 4 years, and now it's tomorrow. Tomorrow it's hardworking patriots like you who are going to save our country. All of this was to really, all of these hundreds and hundreds of rallies were to put us in position to do something great for our country. This is, in a way, the harder part. Honestly, beating all these people and fighting all of these people, going through the lies and the vicious statements about you and your family and everything. But all of that was worth it. It puts us in position to now be able to do the job. And we're going to do a great job for everybody, for 100% of the people. We're going to do it for Democrats, for liberals or progressives if they prefer, which they do prefer. But we're going to do it for independents, and we're going to do it for everybody. We're going to do it for everybody. And you're going to be so proud of your vote. And I really want you to look back, and your family to look back. My dad, my mom voted for Trump. It was the best thing that they ever did. That's what we want. Otherwise, we've made a mistake. And we felt the love. We would have never done this if we didn't do so well the second time. We did better the second time than we did the first time, if you think. After all we've been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. We really something. With your help, we will restore America's promise, and we will take back the nation that we all love so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. We will never give in, we will never give up, we will never back down, and we will never, ever surrender. Together we will fight, 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 and win, win, win. November 5th will be the most important day in the history of our country. We're going to turn it around. We're going to turn it around very fast. You're going to be very proud. And together we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Pennsylvania. We'll be back. God bless you all. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much.